Hello, everyone. So today we are going to have an enormously interesting interview with one of the greatest English teachers in Pakistan, a TESOL Certified Instructor, a Master of Arts in the English Language and Literature in two universities, Arizona State University and the University of Karachi. And his name is Kashif Hussein. So today we'll talk about how to master the English language quickly, how to prepare for the IELTS very well, and how to get a TESOL advanced certificate. Also, we'll talk about education, travel, and ways of getting money in Pakistan and online. So before that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and write your comments. Where are you from? Hello, Kashif. Nice to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you very much for taking me on this wonderful platform. I really appreciate your efforts. And yes, I'm doing well, and I hope that you are doing well and staying safe at your home. Thank you very much once again for having me on this platform and sharing the views about English language with us.
So the first question to you, I would say a direct question to you, how to master the English language quickly. Please give us some tips and recommendations.
First of all, I would like to say that English is not a very difficult language. Yes, indeed, it's an international language, but you can get a command on this language very easily. There are certain rules that we have to follow in order to become fluent in English language, right? Many people have different views, but I will share my views about this language. That if you really want to get a command of spoken English, because there are 4 different skills of language, that is reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Okay. But if we just talk about the spoken language, so in order to get a command on spoken language, you can say you can become fluent by practicing again and again. The first and foremost thing that you have to do is you need to get a command on speaking more and more. The more you speak, the more you understand English. Okay. And like there are many categories that you can select as per your convenience. Like if you are living in a society where there are lots of English speakers, so then you can go for the advanced language. But if you don't have any person who is an English speaker, then you can get an assistance of internet and podcast, CDs, DVDs, audios, etc. So in this way, you will improve and enhance your spoken skills.
Mhm. And how can we correct our mistakes? Do we have to have some foreign English-speaking instructors, or shall we correct our mistakes by ourselves?
This is not necessary to do the self-rectifications. As I told you, that English is a very big language. So some of the time you are speaking English, same time the English could be, you can say, could be advanced. Because most of the speakers who have been speaking English for so many years, most of the words are now obsolete and nobody's going to use that word again. So if you keep in touch with reading materials that like reading books, newspapers, magazines, reading articles online, offline, reading research papers, blogs, etc., then you can become aware that what is the modern language and that you have to speak now.
So why did you choose English as your specialty?
There are certain reasons behind this. One of the reason is today it is in the demand, and most of the people, I would say, 80% of the world population prefer to learn English as a second language or the first language, I would say.
Mhm.
Okay, so the reason of getting expertise of English language, and most of the time, what I have observed that there are many subjects, but English is connected with many subjects at all. It is connected with science, technology, you can say humanity, arts, socioeconomics, business. So it is one of the major language of all the disciplines which occur today's world.
Yeah, sure, it is. And a lot of people are leaving
Mhm.
their countries and taking the IELTS, general
Mhm.
or academic, two types. And how do you prepare, how do you study your students for the IELTS? What methods do you use? Do you use
Uh,
do you teach English by the book, or do you have your own program?
well, I really appreciate this millions-dollar question, and most of the IELTS students, they keep searching such kind of you can say answer from the experts. I would like to take your 2 minutes in order to give answer of this question, as this is something which I need to elaborate, right?
Mhm, mhm,
Well, as far as concerned about IELTS, so there are four skills that British Council and other examination bodies take test, right? Reading, writing, speaking, and listening. If I talk about reading first, so in reading, there are different materials that we have available in our surrounding. Like as I just mentioned, that if you want to improve your spoken skills, so you need to read different articles, newspapers, blogs, magazines, research paper, etc. Right. So this is the one of the most important thing that you can do for the reading. Okay. Another one is that the reading should be for the understanding. Reading should not for the sake of reading. Reading should be for the sake of understanding. And in order to read some articles, try to go for the pleasure reading. If you like novels, dramas, or fiction, non-fiction stories, or you can say research papers, economic condition, economical articles, whatever you want to read, just try to read it out. Okay.
mhm, mhm,
Another one is writing, which is one of the most important thing, and which most of the people face difficulty in learning and preparing for the exam, right? So for the writing, I always suggest my students to write uh, an essay about your life first. It has certain steps that they have to follow. The first step is to write about your daily routine, to write about your friends, family members, your business, about your office colleague. Another one is if they want to get excellence in writing, so uh, they must go for the academic writing. Okay, there are
mhm,
certain topics that we have here, like nowadays, COVID is very in. Many writers are writing on it, and if you want to get a space in writing, so you can go for the burning topics that are very, very common in this era. Another one is speaking, and that I have already mentioned, that for spoken, you must speak as much as you can. Don't worry about the grammar at the very first stage. At first, try to make yourself habitual of spoken English. Either you're talking with natives or non-native, you're talking with your friends, colleague, or anybody. Just try to have a conversation with them on the daily basis, as this is something which requires high concentration. So you need to go for that. Listening, in order to improve your listening skills, you can go for listening clips. Okay, there are certain clips which are easily available on Google, on different search engines, so you can quickly jump on that and try to find out uh, the best listening audios for yourself. And side by side, you can solve some exercises which can be helpful for you in order to practice listening skills. So that's how I usually prepare my students for the IELTS exam. There are certain other steps that I take as per the students' requirements, because the students are not same. Some students are good at writing, some are good at reading, some are good at speaking, but there is a room for improvement. So I just try to fill that gap, which I personally believe that as students must need it.
Mhm. And do you
Over to you.
give
Yeah.
any connectors or linking words for better writing,
Mm.
for speaking better, or how can they enhance the level of their vocabulary, and how do you estimate uh, like whether it is a fancy word, whether it is a low lexis word, or just a high lexis word? Yeah. How can you
Mhm.
estimate how to improve vocabulary?
Well, if I are you asking about the IELTS exam or for the
Yes,
journal purpose?
The IELTS exam. Yeah,
Well, for the
only the
IELTS exam, in order to improve or enhance your vocabulary, first of all, you need to read some books. Okay, all four skills are interconnected with each other. Okay, if you start reading, you will come to know how the words are usually utilized in the sentences, right? Uh, for you can say enhancing vocabulary, you must go through different reading passages, because the best source of getting vocabulary is from the reading passages. And yes, I want to mention here one important thing about vocabulary, that if you really want to learn vocabulary, so just start with one word and try to find out what is the adjective of that word, adverb, or preposition, conjunction, interjection. What are the other parts of a speech of the same word? Like,
Mhm.
you just do not need to learn one single word and try to use it. Rather, you should go and try to check out what are the other words which are similar to the same family.
Mhm. Mhm. So
Yeah,
some synonyms, maybe, like we have to find some synonyms, yes, to this better, like
yeah.
attributes. For example, if it's, for example, a good, so we have to understand the coloring of this word. Sometimes the synonym can be in different contexts and different connotations. For example, it could be
Mm.
wonderful, but good can be also delicious. So we have to understand some context, right? We have
Yeah,
to keep.
context, as well as that you need to learn the different, you can say, adjectives of the same thing. Like, if I talk about big, enormous, and massive, so these are giving you close meanings. Okay, so
Mhm.
you can use it in different ways, but the sentence would giving you the same sense.
Clear. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And I know that you are a certified TESOL teacher or certified TESOL instructor, correct? So for those who don't know, the
Yeah,
TESOL, uh, like a teaching English to speakers of other languages, yes, and it allows
absolutely
teachers.
right.
Yeah. So it allows this certificate, this advanced certificate, allows teachers to go overseas and teach English to speakers of other languages. So basically, you can go to some Asian countries, to Thailand, to Vietnam, to teach
Mhm.
English. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and I would like to ask you, maybe some people would like to get a TESOL certificate, this advanced TESOL certificate. And could you tell us what people should do to become teachers of English to speakers of other languages?
Well, as this is for the teachers, so most of the teachers who are teaching English in different countries, either from Vietnam, from America, UK, Ukraine, etc. First thing they have to do in order to get the certificate is to, I mean, there are different universities who are offering this TESOL certificate. I just want to reveal the secret that how did I cover and get the certificate of TESOL.
Mhm.
There is a website, and the website is coursera.com, right? You just simply go there and register yourself. After getting registered yourself, there will be the first course that will be offered to you. There are basically 6 courses and 2, you can say, 2 practical exam. Okay, the 6 courses you have to study, and side by side you have the MCQs giving at the end of each course. The basic thing and the most important thing about this course is, after completing a topic, a part of the topic, you have to solve in MCQs. Like if you have got something and you haven't got anything, so at the same time you will come to know what is your weak point and what you need to review, right? So you will get the whole course videos by Sir Jane Dixon. Sir Jane Dixon was my instructor, and he's one of the international English language teacher who is heading this course in Arizona State University, along with his some co-teachers, right?
Mhm.
So this is one of the well-designed, well-organized, you can say, high-valued course in my eyes, and I would really recommend, highly recommend to those teachers who would like to make a career in English as a second language. So they must go for it. And
Mhm.
there are 2 capstone projects, which will be, you can say, which will be not easy for most of the person, because this is something which really requires your live teaching. Like,
Mhm.
I submitted several videos to Mr. Shane Dixon, by which he evaluated and he examined those videos, and he, you can say, he gave me his feedback. So, well, uh, when anybody is going to be the part of this TESOL program, so he should be ready for the capstone projects too. There will be 2 capstone projects. One will be after 3 courses, and second will be after 3 courses. So in total, in 6 courses, you have to submit 2 capstone projects in Coursera.
Mhm. 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 So, are there any specialties? I mean, within this TESOL project, can you choose, for example, like, will you be a teacher uh, for adolescents or for adults or just for kids, or like, or just this is a general course?
Uh, are you talking about the TESOL or the
TESOL, yeah,
teachers?
TESOL, TESOL. Yes, TESOL.
Okay, well, as far as concerned about the teaching English, so obviously most of the teachers who belong from different society, if they get this course, so it would be beneficial for them. They can easily get a command on teaching English, and not only they will come to know about the teaching in English, but also they will come to know how to design activities, how to make assessment paper, how can they arrange the speaking activities, listening activities, reading, writing. Like, it is all in one. There
Mhm.
are materials which are available on this course, and if you start this course bit by bit, you will get all the exercises, videos, that is very helpful for the language teachers.
Mhm. Mhm. Good. So, do you teach English
Mhm.
online or in person? And which option is better in your opinion? And why?
Well, I uh, teach online and offline both, right? As this is a COVID situation and the whole world is in lockdown, people are really pathetic in this situation, and the students are really miserable in my eyes. So I have both options available, but right now I mostly focus on online teaching, as most of the students are in lockdown. They are unable to come to the language center for studying English as a second language. So I just prefer to give them this opportunity to learn English online. That's why I have different courses for the speaking, reading, writing, and listening, so that the students who would like to learn English at their uh, with the all precautionary measures of COVID-19, so they can learn English at their homes.
Oh, so is this option
And as
for
you,
you?
yeah, I'm coming back to the second part of your question. That is, which one is more suitable, right?
Mhm.
So I would say that if you really, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm saying that if you really want to ask about which one has more importance, so
Yeah.
I would really say that if you go for physical teaching, so it is more, you can say, productive in my eyes, because in physical classes you can ask different questions, you can uh, do different activities, and you can design different you can say presentation. You can do a lot of things when you have a physical class, but in online you have to be restricted in many of the cases, like you cannot arrange any activity which can be done collaboratively. So there are certain hurdles that we have to face in online teaching.
Well, you have to be more creative, I think, in online teaching. So it's possible, but you have to be flexible. You have to think how this or that activity can be rearranged in an online class. Don't you think so?
Yes, you're right. If you have certain resources available for teaching online, so yeah, you can be. But again, you have first, the teacher has to be really creative in order to arrange that activity in different way. Like you cannot just put the students in the same box, because there are certain level of students in the same class. So you must have to have some diverse of activities that you can arrange in the online classes.
Mm-hmm. So I would like to ask you, do you have your own school and how many students do you have there? And is English currently in demand still during the lockdown?
Mhm. Well, yes, I have my own language center here in Pakistan, which is located in North Karachi under the name of AK English Language Institute, right? As this is highly demanded language in Pakistan, and most of the people, I would say many of the people, would like to learn English here. So currently, I'm handling a bunch of students who are learning English in my center, and some students are learning online. So in total, I have somehow 20, 25 students here currently at the moment. But I really appreciate those students who are not stopping their learning, and instead they are keep learning. Okay, they are not worrying about this contagious disease which is spreading in all over the world and the whole world is in lockdown. Rather, they are just focusing on their learning.
Hmm. So persistent. You appreciate
Hmm.
persistence and perseverance of
Yeah,
the people, the power of will. Hmm. Okay, me too.
exactly.
I like these qualities very much as well. That they don't give up. So I can
Ah.
agree with you. Mhm. So, what's the situation with education in general in Pakistan? Are they going to are Pakistani going overseas to work or
Mhm.
study? And what countries do they choose? What countries do they prepare in most cases?
They really like to go in different countries, but if you generally ask them, so I would say that most of the people, they prefer to work in Pakistan because of, you can say, because of the targets they have to achieve in you can say in other countries. They really prefer to work in Pakistan, but most, you can say, few students who have, you can say, good source of income or good finance, so they really prefer to go to European states for learning, or for getting degree of BSc,
Mhm.
Masters, MPhil, or PhD, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
in currently the situation of education in Pakistan is really worst, because we last time, from February to September, the whole educational institutes around Pakistan was closed.
Mhm.
And then after 15 September, we again back to work, and we started working from 15 September till 26 September. And after 2 months, we are again in lockdown, like all educational institutes are closed. So currently, education system is collapsed and people are really focusing on online learning. Okay, they don't have any other option. But as far as concerned about 2019, 2018, 2017, so the education system was very good. People were getting education, people were getting excellence in different sectors, the whole economy was boosting up, and the students, they were really enjoying the level of education. But this year it was really miserable, as we all are facing this issue.
So the COVID-19 destroyed all the plans for good education, I would say, and we have to be flexible, and we have to be ready for the transformation of education into the virtual, and to be in the virtual world. Yeah. hmm So.
Exactly. Like this COVID-19 has taught us many lessons, that we cannot only focus on the one medium of learning. Instead, we have other ways that can be helpful for us in order to learn English. Like we usually had a, you can say, a common issue that if the school is not uh, teaching you, if the teacher is not focusing on you, so there are many other ways that can be helpful for you if you really want to learn something. So now the world is experiencing a new phase of learning. uh, I know very well that in Europe and Middle East and other parts of world, except Asia, they have been experiencing the online learning for many decades. But this is the first time that Asia is utilizing internet facility for learning online, and that is a
Mhm.
good sign. I would appreciate.
Yeah, I agree. So, what's the average salary in Pakistan? And are there many people who are poverty stricken in your country?
Average salary.
Average salary, yeah.
Well, the average salary here is between 80,000 to 130,000. So this is the average salary of most of the Pakistanis, and I mean,
US dollars? US dollars, or like is it per month, or what currency?
we are using current Pakistani currency, that is
Yeah,
PKR, rupees.
yes,
It is
yes, but
called rupees.
in dollars. How much would it be in dollars?
Well, I need to calculate it because I don't have any idea about this now. If I calculate it in terms of dollars, so it would be between $600 to
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
$900.
Oh, I see. Okay. And the same English teachers can make. Can the English teachers make more?
Yeah, the English, most of the English teachers who have good excellence in teaching English, they can earn more than that too. Most of
Mhm.
the teachers, they are earning 2000 USD, 3000 USD in Pakistan. It depends on the level of teaching they are doing or they're working on. Okay,
Even
so
three
even
thousand US dollars. Yeah. hmm
absolutely right. There are certain teachers who are earning 3000 USD here in my city.
Uh-huh.
So it all depends on you, that how and which on which level of teaching uh, you are working on.
Uh-huh. Do they teach in universities or just in schools, or do they have their own language schools in Pakistan?
We have universities and language centers, language schools. So if I talk about university, so most of the teachers, they are earning between 1500 USD to 2500 USD.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm saying you again that it depends on you, that
Mhm.
which level of a student you are teaching, where are you teaching, and how you are teaching. What is the standard of teaching? Actually, quality really matters. If you're giving good quality, so you will be high paid. I hope you agree.
Yes, of course. Like certainly, you bet. So, What are the best ways of making money in Pakistan, if we just in general? Um, do people make money online in Pakistan? In yes, how?
Yeah. Actually, there are different businesses which have been running online for many years. There are many online stores which have different products like clothing, electronics, mobile accessories, interior decoration, and there are thousands of items which are easily available online. So yes, we have been doing online business for many years, and yes, this is one of the easiest way to earn money. If somebody comes here, like usually most of the things are imported from China. China is a very strategic partner, and you can say it is considered worldly that China is one of the best friend of Pakistan, who is supporting us in all the hardships.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the biggest, you can say, importing company for Pakistan. So most of the things which are coming from Pakistan, from China to Pakistan, are really of prices. So if somebody wants to earn money, they can easily buy those Chinese products and easily sell it in the local markets of Pakistan.
Mm-hmm. And in what industries do people can people earn the most in Pakistan?
Well, here the high paid profession is the medical sciences. If you are a doctor, engineer, sorry, if you're a doctor, paramedical staff, nurse, surgeon, orthopedic doctor, dentist. So if you are in a medical science field, so it is considered one of the highly paid profession in Pakistan, because the doctors, they are earning 40,000 USD, 35,000 USD, etc.
Per month.
So per
Per,
month, yes.
uh-huh. Mm. So there are
Yeah.
many sick people like in Pakistan, yeah, and they are ready to
Yeah.
cure them.
Like they are, but the thing is that the patients who are living in Pakistan are great number. As you know, that the population is above 22 crores, and this is the country where millions of people are living in different categories of life. Okay, there are many classes where people are living.
Mm-hmm.
Some are really affording the expenses of, you can say, hospitals and dispensaries, but there are many government hospitals which are providing the best facilities in a very low prices, or you can say in a very low cost. So I'm not saying that we are really in need of doctors, but yes, if we compare it with the populations that are living in Pakistan, so yes, we are really in demand of doctors, surgeons, dentists, and other paramedical staff.
Mm-hmm. So you live in Karachi, and your native city is more than 16 million people. So is it difficult for you to
Mhm.
live in such a big megapolis, in such a big city? Enormous, I would say.
Yeah, this is one of the enormous city, and as far as my knowledge, I think it is sixth largest or maybe the seventh largest city in the world.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, but as you know that the population is above 16 million, so I think that it has some good signs too, right? Like there are many job opportunities, business opportunities that we have, and if we really want to earn money here, so that's not a big deal. The and the people the people are also establishing their businesses in my city. Okay, so this is one of the metropolitan city, and this city is considered as a backbone of Pakistan. So most of the people who come across from different provinces of Pakistan, they usually prefer to come Karachi for earning money. If you come Karachi, you will see different people who belong from different caste, culture, religion. Uh, I mean, there are diverse people who are living here, and we are really welcoming those people who really want to earn money from Karachi. And you will see here there are millions of, or I mean, say that thousands of cars, buses, or other motor vehicles that people are using for traveling from one place to another place. And this place is the business hub for the whole country. Many economists say that the Karachi is the only city which runs Pakistan.
And other many foreigners there. Can you see a lot
Hmm.
of foreigners on the street?
There are
Mhm. Where are they from?
there
What
are many foreign people.
in most cases? From what countries in most cases?
In most of the cases, the foreigners, they are from China, from Iran, and Iraq, Afghanistan. Uh, these
What
people
about,
usually,
what
sorry.
about Europe? Europe, the US, the UK, and Europe.
Not really, but rarely I see them. Okay, they do not usually, you can say, walk on the street as common people. If they really are in my city, so they usually are here for meetings, for establishing any business, for or any meetings, most importantly, but they are not living here for a longer period of time. If they come here, so not for the nationality, they just come here, attend a meeting, and then go back. But I have seen Chinese and other people who are living here, their families are living, their kids are studying in different schools, colleges, universities.
I see. Okay. So, is it possible to live in Pakistan not
Hmm.
knowing good English, not having a good command of the English language?
Well, it is possible to live here, but as this is something very important, so if you really want to earn money, for that reason, for that purpose, you must learn this language. I
Mhm.
mean, an educated person without language is also earning money, but again, there is a difference in the income. If you know language and you have good command on reading, writing, speaking, and listening of English, so you can easily earn money. Like as I said, that you can easily earn the average salary that is uh, 800 USD to 1200 USD. If you have this command, if you have a command on English, so you can easily earn that much amount
Mhm.
in any company. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the highlights of Pakistan. So, what places of interest can you recommend visiting?
What places?
Places of interest. I mean, you like to
Hmm.
go sightseeing. Yeah.
Well,
If I
as Pakistan is considered one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and the government of Pakistan is working hard for facilitating the tourists who are visiting Pakistan for observing the high mountains, rivers, lakes, greenery, savannas, etc. Right?
Mhm.
So there are certain places that I would like to mention here is Patshahi Masjid and Naran, Kagan, Murray, Minare, Pakistan, and you can say Nathia Gali, Murray. Murray is one of the place where every year many, I would say the thousands of tourists from foreign countries, they visit that place. That's name is Murray. Naran, Kagan, Quetta, Peshawar. These are somehow called the beauties of Pakistan. And I really recommend to our listeners, to our viewers, to come and visit those places. You will be really amazed.
Okay. I will Google all these places definitely. Mhm.
Yeah, you
Uh,
can also visit this place if you want.
yes, I was in Karachi only at the airport, unfortunately, but still, I got a lot of acquaintances with many people. Your uh, your people, your compatriots are really curious, I must say, and they easily make friends with me. They ask me a lot of questions, what I am doing there, and so on and so forth. So I was coming back from Malaysia to the UAE through Pakistan, and even like I
Okay.
remember falling asleep in the and on the plane, and it was time to go out, and one of the Pakistanis just pushed me and woke me up, and I really appreciate that. Yeah. So and
Yeah, you
I.
can, if you have a plan to come here, you can easily come and visit those places which I have just mentioned. You will really enjoy, and you will see the real beauty of the nature. There is nothing artificial there. Everything is pure and crystal and clear, and enjoy the beauties of nature with your naked eyes. And not only you can enjoy, but also you can take pictures that you can show to your country people who would like to visit this place in future.
Thank you, thank you. So, what makes Pakistan different from other countries? Is there anything unique that makes it different from other countries that you can just break that in no other countries uh, there are such things as in Pakistan?
Well, there are different things which make us unique from different people who are living in different state of the world. Like we people are really hospitable, philanthropists. We really help the needy ones, although we are also in need of different helps. But still, whatever we have, we don't try to keep them in our pocket. Instead, we share with others. So I would say that most of the Pakistanis are really helpful. They really help their fellow people who are living in Pakistan. And if you come here, you will see lots of NGOs, non-government organizations who are working or who have been working for many, many years. And they every year they generate uh, millions of rupees, and they spend millions of rupees for the development of slum areas, for the schools, for education sector, for building hospitals, for building schools, for providing shelter, providing clothes, blankets, etc. So you can say that they are really philanthropists, and they really help the people who are the needy ones. There are many prestigious and well-known NGOs who are not only providing services in Pakistan but also in most of the developed countries, namely African countries, or many refugees camps who are not really, you can say, who are not really stable in living their life. So our Pakistani people are helping them. And yes, they are really hard worker. They are really passionate about their career, and this, and yes, they are focusing on education.
And the last question to you, Kashif. So, what's
Mhm.
the secret to success, and how to become such a great English teachers as you are? So, could you give maybe 3 tips, 3 recommendations to young learners how to get that success, how to achieve success in life?
Well, thank you very much for giving me that title.
Mhm.
Uh, but I really say that if somebody really wants to be successful, have to be persistent. Like if you are consistent with your work, if you're loyal, dedicated, and you're giving productive time to your profession, so you can become a successful man. There is no shortcut to become successful, but there is an only way which can make you successful is the persistent and hardworking. That if you are persistent, punctual, loyal, dedicated with your work, these are the keys which can make you successful. And for becoming a good English language teacher, a teacher must be a good researcher. Okay, the teacher who would like to get an excellent command of teaching English as a second language, teaching English as a first language, he or she must have to research on the development of languages. First, uh, he or she must read the books which most of the grammarians have written about English. After that, the researchers, the preachers, they have to read them again and again. They have to go for advanced learning. They should not stop themselves on the same line where they are walking on. Instead, they have to take one step forward, which can be really helpful for them in future.
All right, all right. Thanks a lot, Kashif, for such a wonderful interview. It was really
Thank you.
useful and beneficial. Mhm. And
Thank you very much for hosting this program. I really appreciate your effort. And through this platform, I think we have covered many questions which usually people have in their mind and they make them confused. So appreciate to you, hats off to you that for organizing such a wonderful session. And I really appreciate you have invited me in this session. Thanks a
I
lot.
will include all the information you
Mm.
want, just maybe your contacts in the description below, so anyone can contact you and have classes with you as with
Mhm.
an English teacher, yes, if they want. And also, don't forget
Yeah.
subscribe to this channel and write some comments and share maybe your tips on how you can recommend other people to learn English fast, or whether
Mhm.
whether it's possible to learn English fast. And what can I say? Take care and all my best.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye for now.